Welcome to the Green Woman Tarot. This is your weekly reading for the final week of October 2020. So that's from the 26th of October through to the 1st of November. And it's a general reading just to see what sort of energies are around you at this time, to see what's on the cards for you. And the cards I've chosen for this reading are the Paulina Tarot, because it has a otherworldly feel to it, which I think will fit in nicely with the season of Halloween, where the veil between the worlds is thinned. So before we dive into the tarot reading, I need to consult the oracle. And this is the Faerie guidance oracle, which fits in with all that as well, and it's also by Paulina. So we'll be using that to draw a couple of cards just to start the reading off with. So let's see what words of wisdom the mysterious oracle has for Capricorn for the last week of October 2020. What messages are here for Capricorn for the last week of October? What does Capricorn need to know? I'll just fan the deck out now and choose a couple of cards. So let's see what you get. You have confidence. So confidence is having the belief in yourself to keep you going and the self-assurance to get you there. So there's a call to find your sense of confidence and use that to spur you on. Inspiration. Be open to a world of endless possibilities. So while you're feeling confident, you may well feel inspired. Perhaps your inspiration brings you that extra burst of confidence that you need to move towards something, to open up new possibilities for yourself. So that's lovely. Inspiration and confidence are your oracle cards. So let's see what the rest of the reading shows. Let's see what's on the cards for Capricorn for the last week of October 2020. What messages are here for Capricorn for the last week of October? What does Capricorn need to know? So I'll use the 4-card spread for you again. The first card depicting you, where you are. The second card highlighting your challenges at this time. The third card offering you some guidance as you move forward. And then the final card revealing your possible outcome. And underneath that I'll put an underlining row of cards to act as clarification. So let's see what you get. You have the Ace of Wands, which fits in beautifully with inspiration. Where you are now, a potential, a new idea, a spark of interest. And your challenge there is the 9 of Wands. Your guidance is the 10 of Cups, and then your final outcome, the 4 of Swords. And beneath that you have the Knight of Pentacles. Wow. And the Hanged Man. And the 5 of Cups. And the Moon. It seems you're moving towards a new path. And you've got the 5 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So where you are now, the Knight of Pentacles often depicts a practical offer. For many it could be a job offer, but and it's sort of linked in here with the Ace of Wands. So there's an offer comes your way, which is linked to a spark of inspiration, something that's inspiring, something that you can build and grow, something that piques your desire, and something that offers potential for growth and therefrom a bounty of harvest as a result of what you can begin to achieve. So it's a very promising position to be in, you know, an opportunity to get back on the horse, to start making these practical steps towards bringing some more growth and value into your life. But you're challenged at this point. The Hanged Man speaks of inaction. Perhaps your challenge is that you're unable, or you feel uncertain about whether to spring into action with this spark of inspiration, whether to take it up and move it forward. Although things around you may be stagnant at this time, and you may have this sense of not being able to move forward, not being able to make the most of it, the body position of the Hanged Man shows he's ready to spring into action when the time is right. But I can imagine the sense of frustration you may feel if something has come your way and you feel it's halted, that it's in limbo at the moment, or you're in limbo and not sure whether you're able to grasp it. Because it feels here with the Nine of Wands that you've been grappling for some time with trying to move something forward. You've been fighting some sort of battle, and you feel at this point exhausted and are wondering whether it's worth going forward, whether it's worth continuing. But the message with the Nine of Swords is that you are very close to achieving your aim. You're very close to winning this fight because you have built up a good defense around you. And all it takes is that one final push. And perhaps this battle is what's exhausted you and what's keeping you in a stagnant, unmoving position. But there's so much potential around you, nevertheless. And you've got the Five of Swords here, which depicts that sense of weariness here after battling for a long time. So I get the feeling that this is the main crux of your challenge at this time. Knowing or not knowing that victory is close, but having a sense that that victory will be at a cost. The Five of Swords is about the cost of victory, the cost of battling, the toll it takes. The closeness that it can sever, you know, it can cause people to distance themselves from you. So perhaps holding back from that final surge forward is connected to a fear of how that victory may affect others in an ill way. So you have advice, Rose, cards here. I mean, you have your advice cards suggesting that yes, there may be some sense of loss here, some sense of regret. However, it's something that's part of the flow of life, and although you may lose something, there's still going to be positives, there's still going to be opportunities and good things that you will be able to focus on rather than the negative. It's time to heal, to let go of a sense of loss and mourning and embrace the new possibilities coming your way. There, you know, even though there's a sense of things having passed you by, there's still 2 full cups out of the 5. If you look carefully, it's a very busy card, but there's 3 upturned cups that are empty. But here come, almost like as a divine gift on wings, 2 potentials, 2 cups that are full. And the focus, rather than being on what's gone, should be on what's on the horizon, what's possible still. Because what is possible is achieving a sense of harmony and a sense of fulfillment, and that is in a sense that you're supported and loved by someone or a group of people who are in sync with you, who are harmonious and, you know, who are moving in harmony with you, and who can support you as much as you support them. And in that is a great sense of joy and happiness and fulfillment. So although there may be some losses, the rewards will be far greater. The sense of finding or reconnecting with a deeply rooted and strong love are much stronger than and outweigh any sense of what you may lose. And if you're able to move forward with this and sort of take this spark of inspiration and accept this possibility, this offer, and begin to put down the practical steps that are needed to build this up, it brings you to a time where the strife will be at an end, a time where you can reflect and regenerate, where arms are laid down, where all this tension and battle that are in these 2 cards, the 9 of Wands and the 5 of Swords, that is put to rest, and you're able to recuperate from losses. And with doing that, you may find yourself on an unknown path, something that you had no intention of following, something that is unknown to you. And in that manner, it could be daunting, but it could be rather seen as something exciting, something different, a winding path. Perhaps it's sort of that shows you being able to go with the flow a bit, being able to be malleable. And it's almost like you find your inner self, your wild side, and go with that flow and find confidence in that, confidence in being who you are underneath things, rather than trying to maintain something that's possibly already lost. So it's almost like this takes you into the unknown, towards uncharted waters where things are unclear, but where there's still promise of development and movement for you into something new, something mysterious. And that may well take confidence. But with your inspiration, it can bring you towards something creative. It can sort of ultimately bring you to something that you're driven to, that ignites your passions and your desires and your sense of purpose. So there you have it, Capricorn. It seems that without realizing it, you may be embarking on an unknown journey that's driven by your inspiration, and that can lift your confidence up and ultimately bring you to a place where the antagonies and the fighting is put to rest and you can rejuvenate. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed your reading and that it resonates with you, and if so, please remember to hit the like, share and subscribe buttons, and have yourself a good week, and God bless you till we meet again.